Hello and welcome to day 33 of Yoga for Dad. This is for my dad, in memory of my dad, to bring awareness to mental health and addiction in our country. So for today's Yoga for Dad, we're going to just do a little Vinyasa flow, and we will start on our backs. And you can start on your backs whichever way you'd like. I'm going to start with my knees up. You can start with your legs completely down, extended. Start to bring awareness into your breath. Notice your breath. Allow your body to relax with each exhale. Becoming more present in your space. Allowing yourself to release anything that you were holding or thinking about before this class started, and anything that might be happening after. And just allow yourself to focus on you, just for this short time period. Let's bring our knees to our chest, maybe rocking from side to side. Keeping your right knee to your chest and extending your left leg. And then switch sides. Bring your left knee to your chest and extending your right leg. Breathing in and releasing out. We're going to do that again on the right side, extending your left leg and bringing your right knee to your chest. And this time we're going to cross our knee over towards the left side. Maybe your right arm extends to the side. And then you're going to bring your knee to your chest again. Bring your foot up to the sky, flexing and pointing. Maybe circling your ankles in one direction, and then in the other direction. And then flexing your foot and slowly lowering your leg down to the mat. Bringing your left knee to your chest. Checking in with your neck, that your chin is tucked in just a little bit to elongate your neck, the back of your neck. And bring your knee over to the right side, extending your left arm out to the side. And then bringing your knee back to your chest. Bring your foot up to the sky, flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. And then making circles with your ankle, one direction. And then reversing that direction. Flexing and then lowering down all the way to the mat. Let's bring our knees to our chest again, crossing at the ankle and grabbing opposite ankles. And we're going to start to rock ourselves up into a tabletop position. And then bring your toes together, knees out. We're going to come down to child's pose. Relaxing your forehead. Maybe rocking from side to side. And then finding stillness. Walking your hands over to the right side. And then energetically or physically pushing your left hip down towards the ground, towards the mat. Feeling the space that you're creating in the left side body. And then walking your hands over to the left side. And again, energetically or physically, pushing your right hip down towards the right, towards your mat. And then we're going to come back to center, walking your hands towards the front of your mat. Maybe feeling an opening on the top part of your back. And then we're going to come up into tabletop and then come up into downward facing dog, pedaling your feet out, releasing your head in between your elbows, bringing your heels up, really pushing each toe into the mat, and then releasing your heels down. We're going to walk our feet towards the front of our mat, very mindfully, with purpose and intention. In your first forward fold, generous bend to the knees, grabbing opposite elbows, maybe creating a little bit of movement back and forth. Then finding stillness, halfway lift, straight back, and then forward fold. Then let's roll up to standing. Bring your shoulders back, arms by your side into mountain pose, Tadasana. Really feeling the strength in this pose. The energy coming up through your feet all the way to the crown of your head. Tucking your pelvis under your spine. And then hands are going to come up overhead. Then we're going to twist to the right, opening up. Gaze follows your right hand. And your hips stay towards the front of your mat. We're going to release our right hand down and we're going to bring our left arm up overhead, and maybe your gaze follows your left hand. And we're going to come back to center, both arms up overhead, giving yourself a little baby back bend. And then releasing your hands behind your back, interlacing your fingers, bringing your shoulder blades closer together, maybe bending your elbows a little bit and bringing your hands away from your body if that feels good. And gaze can go up to the sky. Breathing in, releasing out. Releasing your hands, bringing them up overhead, and then twisting to the left, opening up your arms. Gaze can follow your left hand. Your hips are towards the front of your mat. And then drop your left hand, bring your right hand overhead. And then your gaze will follow your right hand up to the sky. Your hips are still facing the front of your mat. And then let's face forward, hands overhead. Bring hands, palms together and all the way down into heart center and then to forward fold. Coming into halfway lift, activating your core here. And then forward fold. Maybe you've created more space by activating your core. Let's try it again. Activating your core in a halfway lift. And then forward fold. Maybe this time your gaze goes towards your belly button. Hands are going to plant on the mat. We're going to step or hop into your plank. And then we're going to come back into downward facing dog. Breathing in and releasing out on your exhale. Coming back into plank and then lower yourself all the way down to the mat. Coming up, hands by your head. So we're going to come up, pushing into your hands, into Sphinx pose. Gazes forward. And then coming back down, we're going to push ourselves up into downward facing dog. Bringing your right leg up, toes are towards the floor. And then we're going to swing our right foot in between our hands, lowering your left knee down, finding your stability here. And if you'd like, you can bring your hands overhead and maybe you sink down into this pose just a little bit more. And let's open up on the right side. Maybe your gaze follows towards your right hand. And we're going to bring our arms up overhead again, facing forward. And let's open up towards the left side. Gaze might follow your left hand. And then come up, center both arms up overhead. We're going to frame our front foot and then kick up into a three-legged dog and then release your foot down to the mat. We're going to kick up our left leg, swing it in between your hands, release your right knee, and then bringing your hands overhead, maybe sinking down a little bit more into this pose. Twisting towards the left side. Maybe your gaze follows your left arm. Bring your hands up overhead. And then we're going to twist to the right, following your right arm. And then we're going to twist up towards the front, maybe sinking a little bit more into this pose. And then we're going to frame our foot with our hands and kicking up into a three-legged dog. And then releasing your foot down to the mat. Taking a couple breaths here. We're going to release our knees down to the mat. Kicking your right foot back, bring our left arm up, squaring your hips off to the mat. And let's bring knee to elbow and then shoot it out. Knee to elbow, shoot it out. One more time, knee to elbow, shoot it out. Release your hand and then cross your foot towards the left side, looking over your left shoulder. Breathing in, releasing out. We're going to bring our foot back up and then release it down to the mat. Kicking your left foot back, flexing your foot, squaring your hips off with the mat, and then bringing your right hand up, your right arm, finding your stability, Just finding your strength. And then knee to elbow, bring it out. Knee to elbow, breathe in, bring it out. Knee to elbow, and then bring it out. Releasing your hand down to the mat, crossing your foot over to the right side, releasing it down onto the floor, and looking over your right shoulder. Bring your foot back to center, releasing your knee back down to the mat. And we're going to walk our hands towards the front of the mat in our inchworm. Hips stay up, releasing your head, your chin, or your chest. And then we're going to bring ourselves into a seated position. Feet are going to come together. The bottoms of the feet are going to come together. And we'll just breathe in, tall back, strong back, into our Baddha Konasana. And let's open up the legs. We are going to bring our left arm overhead as we stretch our left side body. Gaze can be towards the ceiling, so we're not caving in on ourselves. We're peeling open that shoulder. And let's go to the other side. Bring our right arm up overhead. Continuing to activate your core here. Nice. And let's bring our feet together again in Baddha Konasana. Breathing in length into your spine. As if someone is pulling the top of your head with a string. Relaxing your face. All the little muscles around your eyes and your mouth, your ears. And we're going to open up our legs one more time. Doing that same stretch, but this time we're going to add a breath and we're going to make it a fluid movement. So let's stretch over to the left, breathing in. And then breathing out. We're going to change sides, breathing in. And then breathing out, other side. Breathing in and out. And out. And out. Now we're going to come back. Not to Baddha Konasana this time. We're going to stack our knees. So we're going to bring our right foot on top of our left knee and our right knee on top of our left foot. If that is too much for you, please feel free to go back into Baddha Konasana or to go back into just crisscross applesauce. We're going to breathe into this pose. Breathe into your hips. Releasing the tension that you might be holding. And we will switch sides. So right knee is on the floor. And then stack your left leg on top. Breathing in and releasing out. And we're going to do that again. So stacking your right foot, right leg over left. And this time, just going to boot back a little bit. This time we're going to hinge over. So walking your hands out towards the front, releasing your neck. Maybe energetically pushing your hips towards your mat. Feeling all that tension just melt away. If you're holding any tension, maybe breathe into those spots of your body. And then walking your hands back up, we're going to switch sides. And when you're ready, you can walk your hands towards the front. And then we're going to come back up. We're going to bring our right knee, not right, left knee up. And we're going to twist. So we're going to bring our right arm up and we're going to hook it onto our left thigh, twisting towards the back. Breathing in, length, and breathing out, twist. And then we'll switch sides, switching legs. Breathing in, left arm comes up, twisting to the right, hooking your arm to your thigh, looking over your right shoulder. Breathing in and breathing out. Then coming back to center, find a comfortable seated position. If you'd like to sit on a pillow or a block to make yourself more comfortable, please feel free to do so. Rolling your shoulders back, elongating your spine. Coming back to our breath. Allowing your forehead, the muscles in your forehead to release. The muscles around your eyes and your ears and your mouth just melt away. All that tension just melt away. Feeling your shoulders release. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and breathing out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathing in for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And breathing out for 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hands are going to come to heart center. Pressing your thumbs to your heart, to your lips, and to your forehead. Bringing your thumbs back to your heart. May the light within me honor the light within you. Sending my gratitude out to everyone for joining me today and contributing to Yoga for Dad. It really means a lot. Namaste. If you're enjoying this journey with Yoga for Dad, thank you very much. And please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow